So, Caliban. Already sobbing. Um, oh no, they addressed me. Starts weeping immediately.
Tears. I open the roll 20. I log on.
We are 30 seconds in and sobbing already.
You're 30 seconds in. I'm crying in Miami.
With your ex?
No.
Okay, so Caliban.
Yes, Mera.
You. Fang has been cooperative, if in the drunken sense of he basically ate a person and not in the fun way. Um,
Hmm.
so he's still not fully coherent, and after you explain to, at the very least, the successor to be to the Fintera name, Alex, your oldest brother, um, he was he sounded like he wanted to ask 1,000 more questions, but figured it wasn't the right time, and probably sent over essentially an electronic document of things he would need, people who could see him or that would be okay to be seen while he is not fully coherent, and allowed you to fill that out for him as someone who's probably very close to him. Um, it was all basic information, basically a first time patient review form.
Which is very methodical and very much like him to request. You know, this is. Hmm.
He's keeping.
Hey, I know you're a stranger in my home, but my brother needs your entire medical history.
Yeah, it's less the, you know how the like thing is of name, uh, general malaise that is affecting you, etc. We'll get down to the
Yeah.
nitty gritty of the details and the names and the medical terms later. But right now, it's a check in, a setup,
Hmm.
and it's very clear because it's one of your friends, as one of the notes in it says. A very clear but flat emphasis of you and your friends are always the weird ones, and I'm not going to pressure you.
This is the first friend I've ever brought home.
Brought home, yes, but not the first one you've
I
had.
don't appreciate. Eh,
Alex pays attention slash nag.
slash Meg.
So the next day after your interestingly heartfelt conversation with Fang, drunk and incoherent as he may have been at the time, Alex does send you a text. Just a, can you meet me in the general family living room? I have something I'd like to ask you. He's not a double texter. He basically sends you a fucking novel.
Yeah, I do think Caliban would have clocked that more information was wanted, but was again, as per usual, being a nervous dog about it. So it's like, oh, finally, we're gonna talk.
And he just tells you to meet in the general family living room. It's the smaller version. The parlor is usually what they call the living room when guests are here.
Hmm.
Rare as it is to have visitors in the winery, more or less. So he's waiting there, and some of the usual staff greets you. The current head is busy, and his door is being guarded by his familiar, a lady of demonic
Hmm.
presentation. You've met her name. You've met her. Her name is Viola.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she's a very good guard, especially when she doesn't suffer exhaustion from being awake.
Hmm.
So she's probably been there a good long while, and she just nods at you and gives the look of he's busy, but you're welcome to knock if you need. The usual. Then you walk down the hallway, and you know exactly where you're going. Of course you do. You grew up over here. And it's not quiet or silent by any means. This is for all intents and purposes, a business just as much as it is a home. There's always some measure of noise throughout all parts of the day, night included. And you walk inside the smaller area where the family tends to hang out, whether talking or in silence. And the first person you see is in direct line of sight of he's got a bunch of papers around him, a couple of old books and worn out journals that you know for a fact have been rebound several times. Old notes of his of nobles and royals and rumors and such things. He might not be the LeChance family heir, but they would probably like him very much if he wasn't so workaholic. He looks nervous in his own way. The sort of not quite anxious, but just he's missing information. He knows he is kind of anxious. And considering the recent event that happened, he's not really keen on missing too much. So he looks up, adjusts his glasses. You know they're just for work. He doesn't wear them anywhere else. And just, if you can find somewhere to sit, just like whisper slightly to someone you haven't noticed until you take a step further forward. Wolf, can you stop taking up the whole couch?
No, I know he's laying there like a complete asshole.
Well, yeah, but this is... If you want to sit next to me, you can. I can move some stuff.
I think in equal... Again, in character moments for Otto and Caliban, I think Caliban sits up against the couch on the floor, though, right in front of Otto.
Mm-hmm. Right over here?
More towards Alex. I was thinking like directly to the left of Otto. Yeah. And it's just like on the floor, back up against the couch.
You've been around Otto your entire life, more or less. You're around the same age-ish, and in generational speaking.
Right.
But in terms of outlook, you are vastly not the same.
It's really just the monk shit.
And no one's happy about it.
Nobody's happy about it.
But the thing that catches your attention immediately is you're well accustomed to the scent of toxins, more or less. And alcohol is a toxin.
Are you telling me he's... I'm in tears. Are you trying to tell me he's sober?
Yes.
God damn it. I think that, like, I think at that there's, like, a little concerned puppy dog look at Otto.
He holds up his hands in the manner of, I'm not the big dog here. Meaning he was told to be sober today.
He shakes his head a little and looks to Alex.
Alex leans back. All the papers around him are clearly in categorized, neat piles. He is very particular about where everything is. You know this for a fact. His study is somehow more disastrous and also more organized than even your father.
Right.
He's got a talent of some kind, and no one knows what it is. And it might be that he is slightly more neurotypical than the rest of the family, and no one knows how. But he leans back, folds his hands in front of him, and I'm not normally one to pry, Caliban. But you did bring a bloodied individual into our home. Bloodied in a general sense. Because as far as I believe, I described it as not quite blood. It was more of a mana drain. Because he doesn't do that. He's not a vampire. Vampires are not real.
He's not a vampire.
He's got something worse.
Wait, he's not a vampire / neg.
It might have been easier, but yeah, it's just bloodied in a general sense.
Right.
You understand how that can be a little jarring after any pauses. Recent events?
He sort of raises his hands up and he just goes, I wasn't anticipating it to be easy or exactly something anyone was comfortable with. Honestly, I kind of just wanted to sneak him in, but then at the same time, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anyone else because I snuck him in. Um, I really just wanted somewhere for him to lay low, and I will tell you literally anything because I know you're not going to be stupid with any information I tell you.
I have concerns, but you're an adult. I can't really stop you.
Well, I might be an adult, but you're still my brother, and I still care,
Or something. And he smiles a
or
little bit.
something.
And he smiles a little bit. It's teasing.
Uh-huh.
He's. I believe your insight's particularly high, right?
I Yeah,
Is it like eight
probably
or more
yes.
or something around there?
His passive is 20.
Yeah, that's enough. That means your bonus is 10. Um,
Yeah.
you notice it pretty easily. He seems more relaxed right now.
Hmm.
You kind of intuit it's a good time of year. It happens every year now and has for the past half a decade, but it is what it is. Does
Mhm.
Caliban know about the niece?
I think we've agreed that he doesn't know, but he has suspicions. He hasn't been told verbatim, so therefore he doesn't know because
Yeah,
that's how he works.
yeah. Uh, Caliban detects he's being a little more friendly and relaxed than normal about this pretty stressful situation because it just because of all the chaos you kind of lost track of the seasons and
Yeah.
it's currently a time of
Caliban
year.
just Mhm. He just sort of assumes that there's the friend that my brother kisses. That's a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surely. Um,
Surely.
and Alex kind of taps at the side of his leg a little bit, kind of trying to find the right words. Is there anything I should be concerned about before I ask my list of questions? Things you would like to say to brief me, Caliban? Because I'm all too
On a
willing to say
scale
you picked up a drunk friend.
on a I think to the public, saying that I picked up a drunk friend is the best bet.
To the public.
But
Great start, Caliban.
on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you want to know?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much would it ruin my view of
I
reality again?
Anything above a 6 would.
He sighs. 6, then. I'm a little busy. I can't really have the world shattering revelations right now.
I think I mentioned this. It's a bit fuzzy right now, but um, Fang is what he's called to most people. Um, he and I have mutual peers and associates, of which we do things. I think you're both well aware of my entire vibe. Um,
Ottawolf behind you kind of half grumbles, half agrees of, yeah, we kind of share that kind of quality, sadly.
he shakes his head a little bit and he just we are we work for some people and I'm an honorary member kind of a specialized group of which Fang is a part of. These are people who, with my say so, definitely will not hurt or target any of you. And even if I am telling you, I'm pretty confident I'm allowed to. They've never stopped me from communicating anything. Um, yeah, they deal with a much bigger picture that I don't necessarily deal with in any meaningful way. I'm again, I am sort of just a stray dog that they grabbed me.
Alex nods. He's processing because you used a
Mhm.
bunch of vague but big words,
Right.
and he's a very smart man. So he's trying to.
Hmm.
He's unintentionally trying to accidentally fuck himself. I wanted to stay at a 6. My brain will not let it stay there.
Yeah, I think Caliban sort of clocks and goes, I can tell you more, and I I want it to be digestible and not give you a heart attack.
Is it about the time shit from behind you?
Yeah, 100%.
That's the first time Caliban's hearing about that
Yeah,
from
he
Adolf.
he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, 100%. And then he blinks, blinks, blinks. That way you're drunk.
Uh huh.
Uh huh. You want to have a meaningful moment about that later, or are we being exclusively lighthearted about it?
I mean, there's nothing really to consider.
I mean, above board,
Hmm.
I think we did discuss that there's like little things about the time loops that Caliban might have an inkling about,
Right.
or like at least one solid thing that he knows. I don't know which it is.
Uh, it's much like the party. Caliban knows it starts at the same point every time. Um, aside from that, because of who he is, he knows also the like generalized end goal, if that makes sense.
Right.
But that's
I'm just
also
wondering if yeah, I'm just wondering if he had any vibe of like, but Otto is drunk every single loop for 7 million loops. Like,
yeah.
how
I
long
th-
has he known?
he, you would have it would truly at this point with his admittance of yeah, I know. You're not sure how far back it went that he knows or when he remembers he starts getting drunk, but you do not remember many loops or
Mm-hmm.
any inklings of remembering any loops where he stayed sober for very long. So it's probably early on.
Mm-hmm. He,
And he's
I
kind of
think there's
cursed.
Mhm. Caliban is older than Otto. I
Yeah.
think by like no more than 4 or 5 years. I don't
Yeah.
remember how old he is. Yeah, and so I think there's still Caliban doesn't use it very much, but there is just a his own version of a motherfucker actually talked to me about this one time. Not right now, but like whenever older brother look to Ottawa.
He looks
Uh,
this do you look back at him when you look at him like that?
yeah.
Um you again with your 20 insight passive. You he's not very good at hiding it. When you are hung over, fuck your poker face. Um
Right.
so his very obvious look of being hung over, being annoyed, not wanting to be in this room, and right underneath those pained looks of fucking get me out of here, rattles the bars. You swear you see a little bit of resignation. Someone who has seen enough. And it was a warning you had gotten from other people of be careful who you tell. You don't know who's going to get angry and do something or go silent and stay quiet. You assume his
He just
sit.
sort of
Yeah.
mhm. he looks to Honorable and he goes, I know Alex told you to be here, but do you want to be
It would be helpful because he's giving us a look like we're speaking in parcel tone.
here?
Which you look
So,
back at
so
you look back at
yeah.
Alex, and Alex's his version of you motherfuckers grew another head is blank staring at both of you. Like he
He just sort
genuinely
of
has no
goes,
fucking clue.
uh-huh. He goes, so it turns out Oddwolf was already aware of about 8 or 9. Do you want to know about 8 or 9?
If it's causing him to become an alcoholic early, yes.
So he can't see what I'm doing, but he just sort of in his lap puts his fingertips together and like
So what had happened
down
was
in his. So he just sort of goes. So there are time loops. Um, we have all been in time loops several times over. Um, Probably a number which is truly just migraine inducing. Um,
mm, he does make that noise, just a hmm.
uh, I know why they happen. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do about that. Um, but the people who I work for are also gaining a lot because of these time loops. I'm this is I don't some people have the ability to remember them. I think what's happening with Otto Wolf is that he is able to remember and he just sort of looks to Otto Wolf to get like a nod or something.
You get the hand waggle of more or less.
Yeah, and then he goes, the people I work for absolutely retain it. And my new friends, I think one of them retains it almost all the way. And then uh, it's I don't remember. Caliban specifically knows it's Lex, right? I'm pretty sure.
Lex has not made it very foggy or hazy. He says he knows things that can't be said. I think he's referenced it to Caliban briefly.
Yeah.
But
So
not
him being like,
yeah.
uh-huh. So would he be able to say with confidence that Lex is the cause of the time loop? Question
Not the
mark.
cause, but is in the party and is likely the one who remembers them all. Um,
Okay.
unless he was
Yeah. So he
there,
just.
unless Caliban was in the area where completed Lex temporarily was to inform them of like, hey, this is the last one kind of warning.
I think he was there, but he was like, I need to check if he was there.
I think everyone was, but you would have had a reason not to be if you weren't. So
No,
we
I
could,
think he was there because I remember. Yeah, I remember specifically that I was gonna smack the shit out of Aster if he did anything.
right.
So yeah, he was there. So he would know that Lex is at least super involved.
Super involved, yes.
Okay. So yeah, he just sort of prompts the the prince and Alexios seem to be the major players in all of this.
He's visibly trying to consider something, but you're not sure what he's considering. That was all pretty factual, blatant things.
Can I roll to see what he thinks?
Um, yeah. Go ahead and roll insight for me.
No,
No?
that's a no. That's a no.
Pensive.
It's a
Um,
nat one.
Not a 1.
Not a
Uh,
1. Hey, it's technically an 11.
ha! You're not a rogue, baby girl.
I know.
Um, I'll say this with your passive insight, even on a natural one, because usually those cancel out. You either use your passive or you roll actively.
Okay.
You've been around your brother a long time. He's not, in a world sense, despite being a complete somebody, he is as factual and cold logical as any other nobody. Um,
It's the
er,
autism.
of some kind. And he's got an expression on his face that is thinly veiled emotion of some kind. He is trying very hard not to say something.
He just sort of goes, it's okay. I'm here to answer questions.
It's
Or
not
you
it's
talk
not
about.
really a question, it's more of a statement.
Yeah.
He looks exhausted suddenly. Caliban, I don't know if I've ever told you, and I don't know if with what new information that I've ever told you. I have a kid.
He like does the thing. He sucks in with his teeth. He's making very stupid faces right now because the actual person, me, Zed, is making very stupid faces. There's just
Yeah, he's just. It is a statement that carries far many more illusions and contradictions and worries for a father, especially one who was doing very well at hiding it as far as Caliban was concerned.
yeah. I honestly, from how Caliban functions, is it's very much with both versions of his quote unquote family. He doesn't really look into secrets nearly as much as he should. So even if it was a secret that was kind of blatantly obvious that Alex was keeping a secret, he wouldn't have looked into it because he thinks it's more important that Alex actually tell him than Caliban just figuring it out.
Right.
Because he has a condition of some kind or whatever. And
Of some kind, surely.
of some kind. And so he just sort of goes, I'm pretty sure that for the time being, I think what's happening affects individuals and then worlds in that order. I think what is happening mostly here is individuals. And so if your daughter is not here, then we could rule out if that world is in danger in any capacity or has any quote unquote big player individuals that are involved in this to rule out how safe.
He nods. He's having a moment, but he's definitely taking it better than most, surely.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, he honestly was like it was sort of a 50-50 on either Alex or his dad Caleb were go one of them was going to have a panic attack and one of them was going to take it remarkably well and he was not sure which.
but that does kind of rule who's gonna have the panic attack.
Yep.
Uh, um, he nods first, just very slightly. You barely notice it. It looks like a twitch more than anything else before he's pushing hair out of his face. Rubs out his eyes and goes, I don't want to know how many times we've gone through this. I just have one question for that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to say something and he hesitates. Does she ever grow up? Or do you know?
I don't know. I can find out if that makes you feel better.
No. Um, in this sense, I think it's better if I don't.
I'm. I don't know that I've been very productive in terms of keeping people safe when it comes to how many times I've done this. But I do know that where I am now, I'm going to do just about everything I can.
I appreciate it.
Um,
It is. And
um,
yeah.
you are not legally obligated, but in order to compensate for the secret you kept from me, I would appreciate an ability to spoil my nibbling. Pretty please.
She,
Um,
she will adore the spoiling, but you won't be able to match up to uh, her godmother, so to speak. Not, well, mostly literally.
do you want to share with the class? Or...
Oh, you remember some years ago, I was on vacation, mandatory. Um, I met
Yeah.
someone. I said that for the first time in a long time, I had done a one night stand. He pauses, lets it sink in.
Was Caliban told where he went?
Uh, he probably would have been, yeah, because it wasn't necessarily a secret.
Yeah. And so there's just a second of like, how big are we talking in terms of relevance, maybe?
She's one of the direct descendants of Hades.
It's just like a little squint, and he looks to Otto and
Odd
blinks rapidly.
Oddwolf has the expression of "I don't go here. I do not go here. Do not look at me. I have no eyes."
We are, you are our brother. You go here.
Oddwolf kind of thinks for a second, and goes, "I have only met her twice out of whatever I remember.
There's
She's
like a playful. There's like there's a playful gasp.
I don't remember if you were with me or not. I just don't. That's twice that I
Um,
recall."
where is she? Is she with her other parent? Is it a woman?
Alex nods. Her name's
Okay.
Macaria.
Can I roll
You
to
can.
see if Caliban knows? Okay. What would this be? What do I add?
Either
History?
religion or history.
Oh yeah. Let me check what he's better at. I don't know. He doesn't have a brain, to
Not
my
a
knowledge.
one.
Okay, his history is better. So that's a 12. Oh wait, he rolls it with advantage. Hold on. Okay, that's a 19.
Um, yeah, it's a little bit of a lesser known thing of Macaria being
Okay.
one of Hades and Persephone's daughters, right?
Again, this is me being pagan. Um, I understand her to be sort of primarily raised, and to probably to the general public would be known to be associated with Persephone, rather than Luce,
Right.
who Iz determined Luce to be her biological mother.
I have two moms and the coolest dad alive, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you would
So
guess that
yeah, Hades and Persephone would probably be what he does.
on surface level, yeah, you would have to ask further or ask her herself if you get the time. But it's Hades and Persephone's daughter on the surface. Of the domains you know her to be.
He's just sort of like, big pause, big pause. Sort of goes, Catholic?
Uh-huh.
Are you like, shit, are you married?
We're working on it. It's a little difficult.
Ah,
It's a little
uh,
difficult, all things considered.
what?
Her godmother, which I referenced earlier.
The little math gift. This is fucking Demeter?
Nods.
Okay. Well, email her. I don't know. What's going on? I'm not trying to get too off topic, but also what's going on?
We're both busy in our general directions, and especially now, because I do have to warn her about that.
Considering she's a god, she might know. I mean, wouldn't she be a Kronos descendant? He probably knows.
Maybe there's, from what I understand and what I've been alluded to by Macaria and her parents, um, things have been restless on Olympus. In a very specific way that hasn't happened in a long time. So they're a little shaky right now on talking terms.
Well, I'm about to go to Super Hell, but if I have the time, I'll
Mm-hmm.
try to see if we could go there too. He sort of like shrugs, but also it's just like it's probably important to take the party there if shit's getting fucked. They would probably want to look into that.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Alex looks to be at the resignation stage of like, this cannot get any more world shattering. Truly, you've gotten him to the point of like, you could tell him fucking a mouse rules the world, and he would just be like, yeah, all right. Which technically is a joke about Mickey.
Mm-hmm. Michael.
Michael, why are you here?
Michael. Michael. Michael, let me out. Okay.
Michael, don't make me call your father.
He, I think like he takes a second and he flickers in between Alex and Ottawolf and he just sort of goes, anything else?
Alex makes the gesture of, I need to process before I retain anything else.
The thumbs up.
The adult reaction of, give me like a day and I'll be back with you on probably more questions kind of response.
Mm-hmm.
Adolf, on the other hand, sits up finally and rolls his shoulders because he was determined to stay in the most uncomfortable position known to man.
Per usual.
Yeah, it's gay sitting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sprawled out, but like at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
He would crab stance on a fucking couch if someone let him. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the couch meme and we're gonna.
No, we can't do this.
Okay, so don't Google couch meme, you have to specify because it's that picture of that little white girl with all of those black guys behind her that pops up first.
No. Why did you do that to yourself, dude?
At least it's not the jouch.
The jouch?
The jouch. The jean couch? Hold on, let me.
No, I know what you're talking about. Do not.
The jouch. What if we kissed on the jouch?
I'm going to die. So I want you to understand the one that he was doing was more or less a mix of Ken, what the fuck, and Joker. You're related to this bitch.
Via adoption.
Asterix.
Why are you saying asterisks? What's happening?
Gaslights you.
Hold on.
No!
I have to report this.
No! Do not report me!
All right. Okay. We gotta lock in. We have two more scenes. So yeah,
He
Autumn moves.
Yeah, he sits up, kind of realigns his spine in a normal way. Um, and
Yeah.
just, I don't mind talking about it eventually, Caliban, but I'd prefer to do that willingly sober and not flips off their brother, magically sober. He's just
Oh
like,
yes. You're Christian Sophie.
mm-hmm,
If would you like a trade offer?
sure. What do you got?
Um, you get sober and then we talk and then afterwards we both eat edibles.
Sounds good to me. And Alex just gives that
Excellent.
expression of my brothers slash neg.
Do you want one?
No.
All right.
I
Let me know if you do.
And he kind of pulls out his phone and looks at something. You assume it's the date, and closes it again. Like he would have a fucking flip phone. Try me. Um,
Oh, I believe it.
just
Okay,
for the
now is it an old standard flip phone or is it one of the ones where like you swipe it long ways and then there's a keyboard?
oh,
Or is it like
it's the one that has
or is it
sass.
like a okay, okay.
That's the only version of getting sassed out by Alex you'll ever have. Getting shut
He
the
still
phone
got
on.
an yeah, he still has an antenna on that bitch.
Yeah, he refuses to upgrade.
No, it makes sense.
So he opens
Uh,
it up, checks what you assume to be the date and time, shuts it again, and puts it in his pocket and goes, I would be best to, if I do have one of those near me, just offer it to the person who's bringing my daughter nearby. Um, Tomorrow, I'm going to be. She's going to be here. You're not normally home when I have the custody of her.
little pog face. He just goes, can I meet her?
Of course. You are her uncle.
Okay.
She's a little bit. Well, she is 6, so
Oh,
she saying she's rambunctious just comes with the age.
he's sort of, and he's just like, I'm usually definitely not the person asking these questions, but is she, is she tech? I think technically she's illegitimate for the time being until you get married. I don't remember the rules, right? Isn't that
In
how that
a
works?
nobility sense, yes, she's illegitimate, but that's not
Mhm.
really how that works in a godly sphere, as far as I'm told.
Yeah, I was going to say if the god stuff sort of trumps it, but no, I was more so wondering if she'd have like place in society legally speaking
Uh,
yet.
Not yet. I would have to be public with her being mine and her mother, but also no one needs that or wants that, neither of us especially.
Okay. I was weirdly blunt to the queen question. Yeah. I was weirdly blunt to the queen. I also had a conversation with the little princess, so they might listen if you want to have a very private meeting about it. I might be able to ask. I don't know, but I might be able to.
I will keep it in mind. For now, I'm going to spend the weekend with my daughter when she shows up tomorrow. And you're free to
Right.
join
I
me.
more so meant in the long term.
In the long term, yes. And he seems to recall again the mention of the time loops.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to process that after she is back with her mother. Um, but yes, you two are free to head out or do what you feel. I still have some business here at the winery to take care of. I will probably be in here the rest of the day if any of you need to grab me for something, but by all means.
I
Uh,
I wouldn't yeah, I wouldn't. This is above board, so it's just like I wouldn't say that Alex and Caliban are necessarily affectionate, but I think like just for a second, Caliban like when he stands up, he goes and like just hand on arm, pat pat, and
Mm.
that's
There,
all he's got.
correct me if I'm wrong, in your eyes specifically, Alex and Caliban, because of not necessarily disconnect or anything like that, their form of affection is keeping an eye on each other in truly the most above board legal way.
Yeah, Caliban is definitely the most affectionate, probably out of everyone in that room.
Hmm.
I it sucks to say he was probably out of all of his siblings, he's probably the most affectionate or was with Amber and Nikki.
Hmm.
So there's nothing's happened. Like these are the pat on the shoulder side hug brothers that he's in the room with. So
In a
there's
sincere affection way, yes. Adewolf is very
yeah,
affectionate in quotation marks.
to other people, not fucking Caliban.
It, no, I'm referring to his beautiful, beautiful hypersexuality.
Uh-huh, we love him.
He's got a
Um
condition. It's called trauma.
I do yeah. Yeah, so there's just like pat on the arm. And it's just the like if if you think of any other questions just to make your brain shut up, I'm here.
He
Oh,
nods.
he also takes out his snazzy fucking phone and he just sort of goes, "I think I might have your work number and not your normal number."
He gives you his. It's more of like like an autopilot response. He's already back again, focused on work.
Oh, okay. I think he scuffles and where yeah, just like scuffles after that and goes to also demand Otto phone number.
He just hands you his phone and just input your number himself.
Well, yeah, so cue Caliban who doesn't know what a Samsung is, like going into he.
Not a
So this is
fucking
something
Samsung.
actual Zed does, which is anytime I forget my phone number or like I'm giving it to people and suddenly I doubt whatever my phone number is, I actually go into my phone settings and scroll all the way to the bottom, and then at the bottom it'll tell you information about your phone, and there's your phone number. And so he actually does the whole thing to his new phone. And he puts it in.
This is really good. You're so good at this, Caliban.
Yeah.
And also
I'm
you,
so
Zag.
good. Thank you. I win. Um, mhm. I think like again, object permanence is beautiful. Again, remembering he has this phone, I think he also does a thing where is there anything else to be done with Alex and Audible?
Other than eventually, probably later in a different session, checking in on Adewolf, or at least sending a message to be sober tomorrow. He'll.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think Caliban like scurries around and also like writes down and drops off a note of his phone number to Viola to give to his dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
She takes it and just goes, I can just put this into his phone if you want.
Yeah. Whatever works.
Yeah. Have fun.
Thank you.
She's still standing there. It's
Yeah.
like a living suit of armor, but a person.
Yeah.
A very pretty woman.
Yes. She's so pretty.
She will
again,
bite, but don't worry about that.
List of people that helped Caliban remember that women are beautiful.
And women are beautiful and will literally bite out your jugular, but that's here nor there, I think.
That's part of what makes women beautiful.
No, we can't, dude.
You have no room to talk.
Me? Why me?
You have the character that was like, I don't kick enough ass to be a woman, and so you made him trans.
You know what? That's I guess I did set myself up for that a little bit, huh? Damn.
Damn.
I do do that. This is bad. Fucking got the cameras at this point, dude. And you head out, yeah?
Mhm. Yeah. If Fang is still in a coma, he'd check in on Fang just to make sure that he's still in a coma and not
Roaming
dying.
around,
Yeah.
among other things. Yeah, he's
Among.
mostly still out cold. He would probably respond to anything you said, but it would be fuck all coherent.
Yeah. Is this time to head out to do
Uh,
the next thing?
it can be. I was setting up
Mhm.
if you wanted to go speak with Lex, like you wanted to.
Yeah, I do. I think
Um,
he just like he'd like scritch Fang's head and then fuck off to
right.
go find Lex.
Uh, I will just as a joking thing. You can roll investigation or survival. Investigation if you're earnestly above board asking where the Lord Commander is, or survival for that man does not want to be found, God forbid. Um,
His okay, he rolls with advantage on investigation, so I'm gonna do that.
okay. Either way, it wouldn't have mattered. It would just been a silly thing of, jokingly, Ranger
Yeah,
favorite enemy, that bitch right there.
he's not my favorite enemy. That's a 23.
You ask around a little bit, mostly around the training area where he obviously kind of just was, like hours prior. Um, and some of them are still recovering from sparring, obviously, with Alexios. Um,
Right.
and one of them, you clearly can tell, was the one to say, "Don't worry, we can handle it. Go all out." Is
Mhm.
dead in Miami, family guy, death pose on the ground. And no one's doing anything
Mhm.
about it. You just deal with that over there for a second, man. Um, very clearly a new cadet of like, how bad could he be? He's 5'3" and he's like a chill kind of guy. Oh my god, he's the death from the Bible. Um, hello,
What's up? It's me, the devil from the Bible.
it's bad. So that one's
It's
like on the ground. There's two others that clearly got still quite the ass handed to them, but is chill. And you ask them, they're higher ranked. One of them seems to be a lieutenant of some kind, and they just inform you he went on his mandatory break as Lord Commander. Um, they say it so specifically of if it wasn't called out to be mandatory, he would have rejected it.
right.
They comment that he might have gone towards the royal gardens, but they're not sure. That's really a royal area, but I'm sure he would be allowed in. Caliban specifically for his family's attachment to the royalty.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you head over there. You double check to see if like it's fine and whatnot, and they like one of the servants, one of the I can I don't know if it's the right word, but the laundry woman. The laundry
Yeah.
the like lower staff that usually kind of gets unnoticed but knows where every goddamn thing in this castle is. Um,
It would. It would. If we're. Hmm.
it's like
It would
those.
depend on
Yeah,
what. It would depend on what they're washing. Not to be honest.
you're fine. I'm
If
trying to
they're.
be as distinct but not pedantic as possible.
Mhm.
There's probably some overlap in this area. Um, not by much, but like things that can be
Yeah.
dismissed. You know.
If it's other servants' clothes, it would probably be like the lowest, the laundresses is what they're called,
Mm-hmm.
but actual like ladies maids or like I don't remember the male term for them would be washing like the royal family's clothes.
I would probably other staff clothes. And the stuff
Yeah,
like that.
to the laundresses.
One of the laundresses escorts you to where the main gates to the, they jokingly call it the secret garden. It's usually where all of the esteemed nobles and trusted nobles of various families talk about things with an understanding that if they damage the area, it's not really anything they can do to stop their death. There's like,
Hmm.
ah, shit kind of thing. So it's like a neutral zone slash or else.
Right.
So you're led over there, and they open the gate for you and say that he's probably hanging out in there because it's the quietest area in the castle.
Yeah. I think Caliban, every single time he's been in this close proximity to the castle, he is his most gentlemanly. He's just like, oh, I gotta lock in.
Whoa, a new map for you. Um, you, how good do you think Caliban's sight is in like comparison canonically if we're playing by the joking rules of Orling could hear a pin drop from 5 miles out, how good do you think his
Yeah.
sight is?
I think particularly good considering his hobbies.
Right.
Um, let me.
It is
Da,
a
da, da. If
clear,
he's yeah,
unburdened day, so it's probably easier.
yeah. If like to scale, I'd say it's a very blurry Lex.
Yeah, but it's like you recognize his damn colors. Like,
Yeah, I don't have a good gauge for this because I cannot see more than a foot in front of my face, but I think I think it's like a clear Lex, but like clearly Lex, but you know, it's he's over there.
in archery terms, Caliban would be able to see downrange, downwind, which means a fairly good distance in good lighting in a good wind day. Um,
Yeah.
it's like direct light line of sight bullshit of you have the best shot possible kind of thing. He is directly in front of you. He has not noticed you as far as you know, but you know where he
Yeah.
is. Blurry as it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, Caliban definitely is not stealthing. He's not trying to sneak up on Lex.
So you head down the path, correct? Or do you just like wait to be noticed, step in the distance?
He'd probably stop like just before the bridge that Lex is on to like make sure he's not intruding too much.
Right. You don't really catch it immediately as you step onto the first bridge that leads to the next bridge in the area, but as you step off of it, you do kind of see him not turn his head to you, but you know he sees you now and actually has acknowledged you. Um,
Yeah,
he hasn't moved, so you approach the end of his bridge that he's leaning up against.
yeah.
Um, so you take a step onto it.
I think he's squarely off of it.
Okay,
He's yeah. He's being careful.
right.
He knows what position he's in to a degree.
In a fully formal sense, probably, but overall,
Yeah.
they jokingly they might match.
Yeah. He takes a second, honestly, like a solid minute standing there and just goes, "Is now a good time?"
You see Lex at the overcoat that is very sunset colored. It's one of his usuals, his casual, I don't have to do anything today, overwears of his outfit and his armor and his tabard, and it's around his waist now, rather than over his shoulders. Um, and he's sitting on the edge of the fenced in bridge area. Um, he's balanced. He has good balance, obviously. But he's still being safe. His feet are propped up as if to catch himself in case he does tilt backwards, but his hands are also on the top, you know?
All right.
He's sitting very precariously, but also completely safely. And he just looks over at you. He looks as he usually does. There's no smile on his face right now, which is abnormal, but you assume it's because it's his mandated break and he was here alone.
Mm-hmm.
No more customer service voice, more or less.
Yeah.
So he's just waiting.
Was there any response to his question?
I forgot he asked a question, so.
Yeah, you're good. He just asked if now is a good time.
In the same vein, he pauses and goes, "When is ever a good time? What do you need?"
Making sure you're not actively brooding or processing or simmering, etc.
No, I think I'm doing much better than I was before.
He nods. And
Uh,
I think like
if, above board, I feel like Caliban's just the BPD.
oh
Surely.
yeah, absolutely. I was thinking that. I was literally thinking that. I was in my head and I was just like, oh, his disorder.
Which
um,
he canonically doesn't know about yet.
yes. I was just like I think Caliban clocks it. It's just like we are wearing the same hat. But
We're wearing,
definitely has
I,
no intention to say
we're wearing the same hat, but you seem to have buried it underneath the other ones that you know of.
mm-hmm.
But okay,
So
Chief.
I think yeah, I think like oh he's feeling better. I think Caliban thinks he knows is the worst thing. Um so I think he's like, oh okay, split recovery. That's pretty fast. Oh, it's probably because he died. Um and then he takes a second and just be like, yeah, it's someone I was split on dying would fix me. Like,
Hmm.
he takes a second. He takes a second and I think he gets on the bridge like sort of opposite to Lex. Like he's not like sitting gaily on the railings or anything. I think he's fully leaned up against the one opposite to Lex. But like
Uh-huh.
not directly across from him, probably like a little sideways adjacent.
Mm-hmm. I assume here-ish.
Yeah.
More of a actual lean and not a sitting on the edge of the fence.
Yeah, not like a strong breeze could push me into the water, man.
And he just looks at you. Um, is that all you wanted to come ask me about?
No.
I assume not,
Um,
considering
yeah.
recent.
Yeah, can it I think he's yeah. For a second, Caliban thinks to make sure that they're like alone, nobody's listening in, but then he's just like, no, I gotta calm down. I'm an adult. I gotta calm down. Um,
That and with what you understand of this area, if there was someone listening
yeah.
in, you would have either seen them or heard them already.
So he sort of goes, I feel weird because I'm fairly certain you know who I am. And I just feel weird staying and not talking about it.
Know who you are in what capacity?
I assume every single one.
There's a gesture and emotion of what he does. It's that thing that I do where it's like a tilt of the head back and forth and half an eye roll of yeah, yeah. Like a non-verbal
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care one way or another. I mean, I really have no place to talk, do I?
It's not about that.
Your decisions are your own.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew that.
Sadly, I am painfully aware. So,
Uh,
I would love to just stay angry at
eh,
the world, but unfortunately, a part of that world is someone I care about.
Again. Hmm.
His
His
VPD.
disorder.
Just the fuck the world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hmm.
Uh, and so I think that the second, and he just goes, so you're not really. I wasn't sure if you thought I might have weird motives or secret reasons to be involved.
From what I remember, at the very least, you probably still don't have a lot of information as compared to the things I used to know. If you're
Yeah.
talking
I
about the cult, and he makes the tone and eye roll gesture of that's what they call it. He seems against the word choice as well.
yeah, neither of them like it, but they also don't know what else to call it.
It's a religion of some kind.
Religion is okay.
Hmm.
You can make a religion out of this.
No,
No,
don't.
don't.
You can make it. No, I gotta quote that. Hold on.
Yeah, go for it. You're crying.
It's really good.
Really good.
But you both kind of agree that it's just the most convenient word in silence. Um, and he shrugs. A kind of half-hearted, one-sided, one-shoulder shrug. I mean, as far as I can remember and want to remember actively, I don't mean to be pessimistic, but it's not looking great.
I think he laughs a bit at that. He just goes, well, my now two of my brothers, or probably just the one, are really hoping that's not the case. Um,
I've lived too many of these. Uh,
I just takes it again. He goes, I I still want to tell
yeah,
you why I'm here because I feel weird about it otherwise. Because I already feel weird about it initially.
okay.
Um, okay. I think I kind of remember you,
I wouldn't be
but I
surprised.
don't. But I don't remember you. But I kind of do.
A sort of deja
Okay.
vu feeling.
Yeah. I uh
Yeah.
I I don't ask a lot of questions. Or at least I don't ask the right questions, or maybe the bigger questions. And then at the same time I'm not told everything because if I'm told everything I'll care too much and get upset. And
He,
so
with your 20 insight on passive, he does the double eyebrow raise and very slight nod of he knows.
and in that same vein, again, I'm pretty sure I'm not asking the bigger questions. Always been careful of that. But I asked about you and they wouldn't answer me. So I seem to have hit a
It's
nail.
it's complicated, but what isn't
I couldn't,
nowadays?
I couldn't tell if it was a big thing or if it was one of those things I'd get angry about because I'd care.
It's
And so
just
I'm here.
bad blood, bad business. That's all it is. They're more emotionally invested than I think I ever could be. Nobody and all that, you know? And he does a little smirk of he knows you know that he's not really a full nobody, he's more split than anything else.
Right. He takes a second. He goes, I think they were right to not answer me because I'm pretty sure I'm going to the dark realm.
Oh, you're going with them. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, it's
My
you, right?
yeah. Whether or not the rest of them would have, the idiot lighthouse I've grown up alongside all this time is going to do it anyway, so I might as well have someone who can counteract what he's got going on. And I can't go there myself for different reasons than would be obvious. Otherwise, I would.
So I'd like to go.
You can. I'm
Um,
not stopping you. I think it would be a good thing.
I have two other people who I'd like to come with me who you might say no to.
Is one of them your. Keith visibly thinks for a second. And that neutral. What's the word here? And he shrugs again. Your vampire friend.
I think we're boyfriends.
Oh, congratulations. Mazel tov. You actually did it this time.
Eh, he, BPD.
Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
No. He just like. It's like a uh huh before he processes the word. Just like, uh
Yeah.
huh. Dot, dot, dot. What are you talking about?
Um, he blinks really big. Oh, he overheard the tail end of the discussion, which happened before he did what he did, and
Oh, is that what I felt when I was talking to
yeah,
the others? Okay.
I think in part, I think the smallest bit of him did get upset because that wasn't something to say to either of you, and then another part of him, the BPD, got upset because
What's
he,
this?
he he
What?
thought
Hold on.
about
I know you're explaining something. There's this the
Mhm.
acronym. What's the acronym you're using?
The most pregnant of pauses. Um, Borderline personality disorder. I'm sorry. I thought you also had it.
Oh, people don't want to do any really psychological evaluations on me because they'll find reasons to get me out of office and in a jail cell. So I don't really have much under my
Uh,
belt in that capacity. So maybe. I don't know.
uh, it's uh, euphoric highs because you like a person really so much that it sort of takes over your brain, and then lows where you suddenly randomly dislike people or yourself. Sometimes angry, sometimes depressed, and then sometimes it's just apathy.
And he says quite literally the most damning thing that you've heard several times IRL from Mia.
Mm-hmm.
There's a name for that?
Yeah, it's called BPD. I have it and Fang has it.
Good to know. You can see the
Uh,
visible like that's in its box and we're gonna keep it there in his eyes.
mhm.
He'll deal with that later.
Yep.
Um
He just takes a second. He goes, so Fang got upset at the concept of someone saying that to me, and then murdered him about it.
as I think is the normal reaction, he says very jokingly.
It's not. You got it. Um,
No, not at all. Murder is definitely the first option you go to, right, Caliban?
right.
He lets out like an airy sound that's definitely a laugh, but is more of an exhale.
And I also figured that would be good to bring Mera. Or do you know her by Chloe?
When you say Chloe, the flash of recognition, he nods. The
Yeah.
necromancer.
Right.
Yeah, she would probably be a no offense, a much faster help in that area, if I recall.
Uh, yeah, I was more so worried about someone dying, and so I thought to bring Fang.
You recognize the look of, as if he's going to stop someone from dying. The look away of, well,
If I ask nicely.
at this point maybe. And he smiles a bit.
I'll be honest. Just about everyone's on my shit list other than you and Arthur. So
Oh, me and
probably who I
Arthur.
would be with.
Okay, I see how it is.
Well, you care about him very obviously.
My plus one.
Uh-huh. I, I wouldn't want. You can't be there, so I'll try to be.
That's sweet of you. It's not really a. There is an explanation as to why I can't be there. It's very scientific, but also kind of bad.
I am. Yeah.
It's really just a safety speaking. I can't exist in two places at once.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure how much you know of Heartless and Nobody studies.
Not enough, but at the same time enough to know what you're getting at.
So you understand of the hunting for each other in a negative way.
Yeah, I can very. I can put those pieces together pretty quickly.
The, again, the half shrug of, well, I don't. At least I don't have to explain it.
And
Mhm.
are you just split into two or three?
The when you say two and go on to three, there is a look that confirms the latter. The very tired,
Any,
well, kind of look.
and then it's just any, where that pieces.
Yeah, we all know where each other are, but we can't really do anything about it, which is, you can conceptualize as kind of worse than if we didn't know.
You want to share?
Uh, yeah, Quadratum. I don't know if you know anybody
I
that would be able to get you there and back safely. So I hesitate to say you'll be able to achieve any of it.
Can you type this in? So above board, Lex doesn't know about Nikki.
No.
I don't think I don't think Caliban knows either, honestly.
Like all that Caliban and Lex would know is that he's a courier. He is very fast, very efficient, very trustworthy. Everything else is, if it needs to be known, he'll say it, but otherwise there's really no need. He's good at his job and that's it.
We love a Hermes coded character.
Yeah, because Hermes went, mine. Literally.
Mine. So I think there's just a second he's like, I know I've got probably a list of 10 different people I could ask. So has the rest of the party figured out how to get there yet? I think you guys figured out the Dark Realm just fine all on your own.
It's not really figured out the Dark Realm. It's that oh god. One of mine and Arthur's old friends kind of has that under control, and if she doesn't, she'll find someone who does. At the very least, get us to a certain safe location in the area, or you guys in a safe location in the area.
Right.
She will be very stubborn about it being her, but she's not stupid. Outside of that, probably not on the Quadratum side. It's a lot more difficult to get in and out safely, from what I understand.
I might be able to figure it out. Or someone will. I tend to know the right people, for some reason.
He thinks for a moment. It's like Rolodexing through 400 years of information, but plus some. He's silent for like a minute or two. If I remember an old conversation with Her Majesty correctly, she alluded to having some interesting connections from her hero days, but I don't know what else that would mean in this capacity, so you might want to ask Arthur if he has it under control.
Probably after Supernova.
He's If he's not an idiot like normal, the affectionate "I'm going to kill this man myself" tone. Um, if he's not an idiot, he will have probably already asked Her Majesty for some level of help or guarantee to not die, because she's a very terrifying woman, and I appreciate her earnestness. So.
He moves around a bit. He goes, so, yeah. Um,
Was there something in specific you were going to ask me to sign off on, or is it just telling me you were bringing your crew with you?
I wanted to make sure you weren't opposed to it. And
No,
I wanted to make sure it wasn't weird if I stuck around.
no. If anything,
Okay.
you would be the most obvious, for lack of a better term, the most obvious suspicious one if something traitorous were to be suspected, but otherwise, I don't care. I wouldn't be the first to suspect you because it would, again, be too obvious, and you're smarter than that.
I try to be.
You might not be the most intelligent on your team of three, but you are very smart. You are a ambush predator, in a manner of speaking. You have to be to
You
some
can't say
extent.
that. You can't say that to his face.
He gotta call you out. He been new.
Dude, I'll get hard. Calm down.
Stop!
I know, I'm gonna roll for it.
No, do not roll for your erection, man.
To roll in the sense of our home game, let me do a grail check.
Do not! Hold on, I gotta quote that.
Yeah. So I think he's like lit. Again, Caliban is a completely red man, but
Hmm.
there's just a second of like little flush on his cheeks at the terms being used to describe him. He's just,
And Lex doesn't really pay attention. He's thinking, busy, not really looking at you. And
um,
just, I mean, I don't care. I just want the job done. But others might not see it that way. I think the only real problem you would have had was, and he obviously has to struggle not to smile. Was already taken care of.
mhm.
Aside from that, and from what I understand, another one of the team is dipped out for trauma-related reasons. Those are the only two you would have ever had to worry about suspicion-wise. So as long as you
No.
don't overstep, I'm sure you'd be fine. And explain when they
I
ask you weird questions that pertain to things that are currently happening and don't overshare, you'd be fine.
I'm I I think the only one who I'd be at risk of telling too much to would be Arthur.
Arthur, God. That's all he says for a few seconds. Just Arthur, God. Um,
You're really good at being normal about him.
no, there's like a metronome every time I talk about him. It's either I'm praising him to being a god level being, or truly I just think I need to dunk him in the river Styx, and like that's just like I think I'm having a stroke half the time. He pisses me off, but like if anybody else says that shit to him, I'm just gonna stab them. And he sounds so tired. In any case, he does laugh a little bit. In any case, Arthur probably won't question much. He has, in the most adorable sense, he has the moral and ethical boundaries of Robin Hood for a prince. And I mean the real one, not the one they talk
Mm.
about.
There's like a little chuckle. You just noted.
He's not very good at this royal thing. He smiles a bit. He finds that kind of cute, obviously.
Politics suck, man.
Politics are easy. It's all manipulation. It's all
Hmm.
it's all answering the right questions in a way they think is right, and that's it. If you start off with a
Yeah.
if you start off with a disadvantage, you probably have a better hand.
You answered that really normally.
What? It's not like I've been in this forever.
Mm. There's like a very small smile of like, oh, mental illness on his face.
His beautiful disorders. Um,
It's beautiful this summer.
he's tank buster stacking them like a Jenga tower.
Mhm.
That's a sentence.
That's
He,
definitely a sentence. Maybe one of the sentences of all time. There are only 4 original sentences left.
he is tank buster stacking his mental disorders like a Jenga tower. Yeah.
We gotta come to. Where are these quotes going? Hmm.
In Hall of Fame, in Creativity Corner.
All right.
Stupid. But he laughs a bit and it's he hops down off of the fence post more or less, the side, the railing, and stretches a bit. Is there anything really of concern I should be worried about?
Not to my knowledge. He doesn't. He isn't quite sure what he's getting at.
No, he's just a cursory thing of those are two very distinct topics of importance, though not concern. He assumed every time he's been approached, I think Caliban with his insight would notice that he looks tired for a non-mental illness disorder reason. It is truly the embodiment of I. It's the gamer thing of I had the one side of my headphones off for 4 hours and then I put them both on and suddenly everything in the world and Hera's divorce is happening and requires my attention. Like that's what he's dealing with. So he's literally just like, people don't approach me right now unless it's serious. What is his assumption?
Well, that was serious, Sam. So that's just I shake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on Discord on my computer and on the phone, and so but I'm in call on the phone, and it's
Ooh,
just like no more.
not a one.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah. So he shakes his head and he goes, um, no. I mean, any questions you have, whenever you're free to ask.
He visibly looks up at the sky. It's the look someone gets when they're considering something, but he's not actively saying anything. Do you want to roll persuasion to see if he'll talk without you saying anything?
Sure. What's your persuasion, Pookie? Definitely one of them.
A non-charisma caster needed that.
That's a 21.
He, you kind of go quiet, but you give a tilt of your head in the is something up kind of way.
Again, puppy behavior.
Yeah, and looks back down at you, Caliban, and makes a gesture of beginning to talk about something that might be relevant. The normal thing of there's something you need to know. Hand gesture. If his intentions, Arthur's, are to put me back together, like he keeps saying he has for a very long time now. And not to like throw shade on him, he's just not had the proper tools at which to do so, and that's not on him. If he is doing what I think he is doing, you will absolutely encounter my heart. Impulsive, loud, and despite being the heart, probably doesn't care if he hurts your feelings. He will most definitely shoot first, ask questions later. He is very paranoid. It is all impulse and instinct and reaction and feeling, and it is loud and painful from what he has said. I don't recall it very well. It's been a while.
Right. Well,
Yeah, does he looks off like middle distance to like think of something. I think he still has the worst weapons alive right now.
what on earth could that mean?
We don't have, generally speaking, any part of us has training with any kind of firearm, but he has 2 of them, as far as I know.
There's like just a like, oh my god, and he like throws his head back a little.
The gesture of "I told you."
Mm-hmm.
Hence the shoot first, ask questions later. You know, makes the gesture of "I did warn you."
He sort of like moves his head back and forth, thinking, making his peace with what's just been said to him. And he goes, "Okay,
Hey, Zag.
hmm,
Above board. Eos is the embodiment of. So anyway, I started blasting.
So, anyways, I started blasting. I fired, and then I missed, and then I fired again, and then I missed, and then I fired."
He's really good at this. But no, Caliban.
Yeah. So yeah, he just sort of goes, "Have the others had this warning?"
No, I think it'd be funny.
I agree. I was going to say.
You can tell the rest of the ones you bring. I'm sure they'd like the heads up.
Right. But everyone else will be fine.
Everyone else should be fine. They're not stupid enough to provoke me, more or less. Because they saw what happened the last few times. Lance specifically, making a joke about the failed duel.
Yeah. He goes, "Oh yeah, he's on my shit list for that."
It's not the first time someone has spat in the face of my title and rank. That just kind of hurt.
Did he know that? He honestly looked clueless.
Considering his noble lineage, I'm not surprised if he wouldn't have known. But it doesn't make it any less, you know.
I know.
Intent doesn't matter when execution does all the work, you know? What's that old saying?
Well,
the road to hell and all? Or in this case, the road to super hell?
God.
He does like
honestly
tough.
just a name for it.
We're not renaming the Dark Realm Super Hell, alright? Too much paperwork.
But we could.
Too much
We
paperwork.
could go there because we're gay.
This sucks. Just like he just outright says that.
This sucks. Yeah.
He does laugh a little bit though.
Really. That's really all I had.
Yeah. I still have about 10 minutes left on my mandatory break for the day. He says it with the same amount of dismissiveness as the lieutenant did. I have to or I'll be killed on the spot. Kind of, ugh.
Well, thank you for your time. And he says it in like a very silly, overly polite customer service way. And then just, thank you for your time. And yeah, I'll try to make sure no one dies. No promises.
I don't expect you to try and keep any of them alive. If they die, they die. I've warned them this is the last one.
Mostly worried about your Blorbo.
He's fine. He's not allowed to. Don't worry about that.
Alright. Yeah.
I know you don't remember any of those times, but I have contingencies in place that he doesn't know about, and I hope he never does.
Just for transparency's sake, Alex, Audible.
Yeah.
No.
Of?
Time loops.
Oh, that's nice.
Audible already knew. And Alex just found out.
How's Alex taking it?
He's processing and might take me up on an edible after his custody weekend.
Oof. He makes a sound of, well, that sells it, on how he's taking it.
Right.
Audiwolf's interesting.
But,
I didn't catch that one.
What did you just say?
Lex says, Audiwolf's interesting. I didn't catch that one. And then goes, well, that might explain why I've only ever seen him drunk.
Yeah, hence the alcoholism.
Yeah. Makes sense. I would, if I could, I would as well.
I'm peer pressuring him into an actual conversation about it, but I did tell them that from what I could determine, some of the quote unquote major players in the time loop bullshit, and he puts major players in quotations, were you and Arthur.
He makes a noise of not wrong.
Yeah, so
it's as close as you're gonna get.
That's what they know.
Yeah. He just nods and goes back to, quote unquote, enjoying his break.
Yeah.
He doesn't really address you any further.
Yeah, he leaves it that.
Is there anything else you would like to do, or are you good with that?
I either need to call, and this is up to you. I wasn't sure which one you think would go better. Of directly contacting Mera. But also, I wanted to talk to my dad for supplies anyway.
You would be able to contact Mera directly, but fucking a coin flip on if she answers or you get to the voicemail.
Okay. And what about my dad?
Your dad will always answer. Mostly because
I think
most people don't really summon him directly, is the thing.
Yes. I think he will go towards talking to Dad then.
Do you want to do that now?
I think he cares more. I mean, do you think it'd be more thematically appropriate? Like, I think it'd be funny to see everyone else's reactions, but also I like the idea of them needing to watch this and then being like, Zag.
Do you want to be thematic or smug?
It's up to you. It's your fucking game, man.
I kind of want to introduce the resurgence with a fucking thematic. Oh, hey, by the way, one of your allies, TM.
Yeah.
Allies in quotation marks with a trademark. Yeah. So.
You want to do it during campaign?
Yeah.
Okay. I think then he'd probably like give a warning and just like, I don't think his dad necessarily has an email. Like,
he's blind, so
right. He's got we've discussed this. He's got fucky ass text to speech on everything. Whereas the Mera just reads it. And so,
which is not better.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there'll be like some warning of like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you later, but that's about it.
Yeah. You you look at it after you send it. Like, do you wait until the red notification pops up, or just?
So he just sends it, and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you. Gives an approximate time.
Uh-huh. You check it some less than an hour later, and you get the emoji reaction of a thumbs up. You know it's from Zamera.
Uh, yeah, I think there was, I think it definitely was like a no big deal. Whoa,
Die. Die real quick.
hold on. Yeah, let me mute to have a coffee. It got worse. I'm crying a little.
No! I'm gonna
It's
stop the
funny.
recording anyway, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was like a no big deal indication on the text because this is not a big deal to Caliban.
Yeah, there was still a red notification and a thumbs up emoji. So I'll call it there.
There's a thumbs up emoji to the thumbs up emoji.
Awful. I'll stop it here then.
Yeah.